Hello, guys, and welcome to my channel. Well, something that really has hit home today, and being in the military a long time ago, I mean, in all aspects of life, the Army, the only color you see is green. Uh, and it still holds true today. For most parts, um, when I went to basic training, I went at a permanent party. Um, you get a lot of people in the Army from all parts of the world, and most notably from um, territories of the United States, and one of those territories of the United States is Puerto Rico. I consider that to be the next state in the next 20 years or so, if not sooner, because of the fact that it is a U.S. territory way out in the Caribbean, surrounded by a lot of water, and is in like a hurricane alley. Now, back in I believe it was 2017, 2018, a big hurricane hit and ravaged many of the islands in the Caribbean, and one of them was Puerto Rico. It had a real high death toll, and Donald Trump infamously threw paper towels to the crowd and basically didn't do much of anything to help the island. Many privateers came into the island and tried to profit off of profiteering off of the disaster in that area. I mean, it was a complete shit show. I don't know if Biden did anything more than try to help Puerto Rico to get back on the street. If it did, you wouldn't see it in the news. If you didn't see it in the news, that means that he's done it, and nobody in the media wants to give Biden credit for trying to clean up the hurricanes from 6-7 years ago. A lot of disasters has happened in recent years, in recent months, in recent weeks, that has clobbered most of the South, from Virginia through Kentucky, Tennessee, through Mississippi, Louisiana, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, North Carolina, South Carolina, and as far as I know, the disaster relief FEMA, in those heavily red states, those are the states that do need a lot of the money to help rebuild their infrastructure, to help people get back into their homes and help them get food, water, reconnect with their family members, etc., etc., etc. The thing about it is that if you're a Republican, a lot of times you feel that there's this you feel like we are number one because we exclude other parts, other people in our party. And it was very evident at a rally this week. And I'm going to give credit to the BBC, and they just did a live story on it, and is sort of kind of went viral. Not the story itself, but what happened at Madison Square Gardens went totally viral. A week before the election, and it is just like if Trump wins, it'd be a fluke. That means he's kind of the exception to the rule. If he wins the election, with all that he has done to alienate his voter base, not only alienate, profited off of them with all the legal trouble he's got, and if he wins, he's the exception to this rule, and there's nothing we can do about it. And Project 2025 will be the blueprint for America for the next 40 to 50 years. That should scare you. But let's read the article. But according to a lot of the polls, and I'm not for certain what the media wants us to believe, and want us to believe that it's really, really close. Everything is in the margins in the swing states of Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Georgia, North Carolina, Arizona, and Nevada. Those are your Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, Arizona, and Nevada. 7 swing states. According to some actual polling, air quoting those actual polling, there's a good chance Kamala Harris, according to the Ipsos poll, will win the election by a landslide by +4. That will include Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. This spells bad news for Trump. And right now, he's doing whatever it takes, throwing anything at the wall that would stick to help him win. Using the court systems, finding judges that are favored to provide them the job if he wins. He's willing to talk to Congress to throw a monkey wrench into the certification process if he does lose. But this might be the last nail in Trump's coffin to win the election in 2024. Let's go ahead and read the article. I've posted the link in my description. Here we go. The title of this article by the BBC, by by Phil McCloskey. Um, and here's what it says. Backlash after comedian Trump calls Puerto Rico an island of garbage. That's the title of it. A comedian at Donald Trump's rally called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage, sparking a fury from Republicans and Democrats and accusations of racism. The comic Tony Hinchcliffe was among the speakers at the Madison Square Garden in New York City on Sunday. He also made a series of jokes that went on racist stereotypes. A Trump advisor distanced the former president from the Puerto Rican joke, which was also denounced by Trump's Democrat rival Kamala Harris. Harris herself was the target of another Trump's former speaker who also sparked controversy. The furor came upon the words of World Stop Blunt celebrities. Puerto Rican rapper Bad Bunny endorsed Harris for president. In his joke, Harris, known for his comedy podcast Kill Tony, said, "There's a lot of going on. I don't know if you know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. I think it's called Puerto Rico." The line appeared to meet mixed receptions. Two Republicans in the state of Florida, which had prominent Puerto Rican populations, were among those who called out the joke. U.S. Congresswoman Maria Alvarez Salazar said she was disgusted by the racist comments, and she said on X that it did not reflect the GOP values, referring to the Republican Party. 1,000 of Puerto Ricans served in the military. U.S. Senator Rick says the joke is bombed for a reason. It's not funny and it's not true. Yeah, the Puerto Ricans are amazing people and amazing Americans. Rick Scott is up for a re-election. Why would he say something like that? Because there's a lot of Puerto Ricans in Florida, of course. Don't go after your base of voters, especially when you do need their votes in order to win. Rick Scott, former governor of Florida, did so much damage to the state of Florida that even with Ron DeSantis trying to double down, triple down, quadruple down on a lot of Republican policies, kind of make it MAGA world, basically. And it's turning out to be a big disaster zone. And even homeowners insurance companies are just fleeing and canceling policies that are based in Florida, regardless if they're on the coasts on either side of the state. Because those are the areas that are the most damaged, are like the coastal areas most of the time. When it comes to inland, that becomes secondary, but when it hits like a river or a lake source that's off the insides of the states, they tend to flood and does a lot of damage, from damaged homes to killing people drowning, no electricity, no food sources. The list just goes on and on and on disasters. This might be the week before disaster for Donald Trump. And it might be the winning number for Kamala Harris if she wins November 5th. I'm telling you this right now to let you know, you don't alienate groups of people if you're going to run for office. You don't. You have to look at your demographics. You look at your base within the territory or the state, the district, the zone, whatever you want to call it. And you have to address and appease and persuade the voters that the policies that you're going to set forth or propose is going to help benefit them in the long run. But if you go against that grain, then pit a certain race against another race and a religion against another religion, chances are you're going to develop policies based on fear and exclusivity instead of inclusivity. I think that's a word that I made up, but if you're not inclusive to the people around you, whatever race, whatever party you're at, chances are you're going to lose. And if you try to alienate the Latino voters and say they're nothing but trash, guess what? That voting base is going to vote against your party and against you. That's just the way it is. I think they did this deliberately to sabotage themselves in order to lay claim that this was a Democratic setup later on. I know exactly what they're doing. I think it was just like, what else are we going to lose, man? We got nothing else. So, if you got nothing to lose, you're just going to go, I'll go for the gusto and just to sabotage everything and just go like full kamikaze and try to sink yourself. So, that's all I got. This will be the nail for Donald Trump if he loses November 5th. That Madison Square Garden has done it all. Just a week before. And the news cycle was 24/7. So anything can happen from now until November 5th that could sway things in Trump's favor. What it is, I don't know. It'll be a sheer miracle. It might be the last Hail Mary come November 4th or November 3rd that will help Trump win the election. And that might be through the court systems and last-ditch efforts. And it might be on election day that might save us. But if you're a Republican and you had the power and you saw the polling for Donald Trump. You gotta have to ask yourself, do you really want to preserve your own power or give some of that power to him? And hopefully he gives you the expectation that he'll give you something back in return. But guess what? Trump has only benefited for himself. And guess what? And I've seen people still keep going back to him. But if you're a smart Republican, you'll do yourself a favor and just distance yourself away from this loser.